G'day mates, Bob Dingo here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a truly unique Las Vegas hotel. Las Vegas has a lot of really interesting hotels, I'd say. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of memorable buildings out here, but this one stands alone. Really is a world-class piece of architecture. It was built during the architecture boom of the 90s in Las Vegas, when all the hotels that you think of were built, all the cool, amazing ones, Bellagio, Paris, MGM Grand, Excalibur, etc., were all during the 90s boom, and this one is part of that. You know which one I'm talking about yet? Depending on who you ask, it's either the third or the sixth largest of its kind in the entire planet. That's right, today we're going to be taking a look at LUXOR. A true architectural marvel. How often can you say it's one of the third or the sixth largest of its kind in the world? I say third or sixth because no one's quite sure. Is the Transamerica building a pyramid? Is a mound of dirt there down in Mexico that looks like a mountain may have been a pyramid? Who knows? So really it's in the top 10 though. It's got an eye patch on today. That's silly. I don't know how King Tutankhamun would feel about an eye patch on his face. Now, the LUXOR was undoubtedly a breakthrough in design in the 90s. I mean, how often do you see a Little Egypt somewhere else? Unfortunately, it was also victim to the great blandening of Las Vegas of the early 2000s. And so that's seen a lot of the Egyptian influence actually removed and become a little more generic. So you're going to see most of this stuff, most of the Egyptian stuff out front. Not as much pharaohs, not as much sphinxes as there used to be. The casino itself is positively devoid of Egyptian influence now. But out front, you still got the good stuff. Where else are you going to see that, mate? Now, right at the feet of the Sphinx, you're going to find a very interesting free service provided by the LUXOR. Unique to find things that are free in Las Vegas these days. There is a complimentary tram that goes between Mandalay Bay, LUXOR, and Excalibur over there, so you can visit these hotels easily, staying in the nice cool aircon of the tram. It's a nice benefit. There's also a walking bridge over to Mandalay Bay as well, if you don't feel like taking the tram. It's amazing. The Sphinx itself actually sits on top of the main check-in area. There's still a bit of Egyptian influence. They have toned it down. It has succumbed to the great blanding of Las Vegas of 2005. And we're under the Sphinx. That has to be providing some energy. I think these ones guarded the afterlife. I think this was the guard of the afterlife. These are interesting. The headdress means that these are probably pharaohs, but they have things in their hands, so they were carrying something heavy. I think that was actually a mistake. A pharaoh wouldn't be carrying heavy things. God, if my interpretations are correct, it says here the curse of the mummy. It's going to come back on the year of the sun, 2021. We're bloody screwed, mates. The pyramid doorknobs are a nice touch. Now, when you come through the front door of the LUXOR, this is when you're gonna get your first introduction to really how cool this building is. You get your first look at the atrium, and this is the largest atrium in the entire world, so the largest indoor enclosed space in the entire world, and bloody hell, it is something else. Whoa. 10091. So another thing I wanted to mention about the LUXOR, something very unique. I think it's the only hotel in Las Vegas that has this feature too. It's a pyramid, only one of those. It's also the only hotel that has ground level rooms. So if you happen to be, are you scared of elevators, escalators? Are you scared of heights? If you do want to be on the ground floor, LUXOR is your only option. Now, if you are afraid of heights, you may want to get one of those first floor rooms, because there's about a 4-foot railing that goes right over the edge to the atrium on your way to your room. It's a spectacular view, but a little vertigo inducing. And then something else I wanted to mention. If you look at the far side, you see how some of the elevator windows are black and some you can see the hallway? So the elevators on all 4 corners, they only stop on certain levels. So you may end up having to walk around 2 sides of the pyramid to actually get to your room. Just something I wanted to mention. For instance, on this level, the elevators stop here, but there's none on the other side, or here, or over there. So if you're on the far side, you're gonna have to walk around and then around the side. At least you have a nice view when you're there. Okay, now we're gonna take a look at the #1 Dingo suite on the Las Vegas Strip. Where else can you get a 1-bedroom suite with a tub, all that good stuff, for about $100 a night, any day? There aren't a lot of those in Las Vegas, but we're about to take a look at one right now, mates. Here it is. And my key, there we go. Let's go, mate. So here we go. This is the #1 Dingo suite in Las Vegas. You get all of this for $100 a night on most weekdays. Now, granted, it's not as well appointed as a Bellagio. I mean, you don't have that kind of luxury.
Or Caesars.
Or Caesars.
Or the Wynn.
Or the Wynn.
Or, but you know what I mean.
And just keep going down the list there, Mom. Let's go. The Encore, the Palazzo.
But you're in a pyramid here.
We're inside a pyramid. How often can you say that?
Yes.
And this room is legitimately huge.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to have a party in Vegas, and you have a lot of dollaroos.
For 100 bones?
Look at this space. Let's go take a look at the, show them the,
yeah.
This is the foyer.
And, you know, and it's set up for party because there's a lot of extra space.
Yeah. So there's tons of space. This is the side room in the suite here. And, there's a light switch behind the telly. Okay, didn't think about that too well. And as you can see, it's not like they don't have the luxury wallpaper and all that. It's a little basic. But you got a couch, you got a couple of chairs, you got a table.
Yeah, but you're on the Strip in a pyramid in a suite for 100 bones.
$100 in Las Vegas. Oh, you can. This is a party suite. You can actually party in this. We'll take a look out the window.
Oh yeah, so over
this is kind of. There's sideways curtains here. Getting all stuck. There we go. There's the new stadium over there. Sideways curtains there. Big open space here in the corner. I don't know what they're thinking about that. But again, I gotta say, $100 a night. Just remember that.
I thought you might get a kick out of this.
Yeah. These are our luggage tags from the hotels.
Yeah, could we take a cooler with us? You know?
So here we go. This is Bellagio, in case you can't read that. Bellagio, Paris.
Valleys.
Where's
the LUXOR one? They didn't put one on here.
No tax? There's a Bellagio there.
We have to demand a tax.
Oh, LUXOR didn't put one on. This is a basic hotel. Okay. And now let's take a look at the bed area. So here you got your standard 2 beds. And this is the only wall they put color on for some reason. Very odd. Then you have this piece. The furniture in here doesn't really match. I mean, like I said, it's a budget suite, you know, so you're not going to get the best matching furniture there, but there's a lot of it. It works. Oh, this is good stuff. Oh, bloody hell. Knutson?
No, the Cruz Valley, Santa Cruz Valley. Organic
juice.
Lemonade.
This stuff is the best. Oh, so there's a telly on the other side of the suite. So you do get 2 tellies for the price. There's another one here. They're not the biggest, but you got two. What do you want to do? You got that. What do you got on this side? Basic headboard. Okay. Little drawer. Oh, it's not a drawer at all. It's for writing. Okay, that's a writing desk. That's what that is, for doing notes. No one does that anymore. Oh, and we got this furniture is made by the fine Von Benz Company of California. Okay, that's actually quality furniture, Von Benz, that I know. And then on this side, we got another chair. And then we got a tub over by the window in the living room, okay? So I don't know why they do this. It's very odd having the tub next to the beds. I mean, this is almost as freaky as the Cromwell. I mean,
I was going to say, it's very voyeur.
It's voyeur. It's freaky deaky.
Yeah, like the two-way mirror at the Cromwell. That's the très voyeur.
Yeah, that was weird as hell. Okay, and this tub, it's older, obviously. There's older plastic in here, but this is big.
It's huge.
It's a deep tub. And you can look out the window while you're in it. That I like, actually.
I think it's more like a hot tub, but I think it's a regular tub.
There's no jets, but it's deep.
Do I see Dingo going in there?
I think Dingo is going to go in here, actually, right now. Let's give it a go. I feel like I'm in the attic. You're in the pyramid. It feels like you're hanging out in the attic. Okay, this is a very deep tub. This is like a hot tub, actually.
Actually, that fits you.
This is deep. And then we stand up here, and you got a nice elevated area. So you get out of the tub, you got your didgeridoo right there, you just stand at the window, and you got it right out. The whole Las Vegas can be impressed with what you got going on. That's how you do it, not Dingo style. And we also have a fridge. Don't forget, we have a fridge here with nothing in it. That's good. No minibar here at the LUXOR, so now let's take a look at the bathroom. Here's where we have a little place to hang your stuff with a safe down there, okay? And the bathroom, here we go. So, very obviously a little dated again. This is not top level hotel, but once again, this is a suite for $100 a night. Well, what do you got? You got that, and then we got pretty standard shower fare here, okay? I mean, obviously, this is not luxurious, but it's enough space for you, I reckon. This suite is almost 800 square feet.
Yeah.
800 square feet, once again, for $100.
I mean, that's like 2 apartments a minute.
So there you go. That concludes a tour of the cheapest suite in Las Vegas. I'm going to call it the Dingo Suite from now on. You got your 2 tellies, you got your tub.
Here at the LUXOR.
At the LUXOR, you're staying in the pyramid, mate. All right. Eva here, I don't know if you can see on her nameplate, opening team 93. She's been with the LUXOR since they opened, 28 years?
28 years. And LUXOR has been wonderful to me. It's great working for this company all these years because I'm going to retire with a pension.
Oh, pension's good?
Yes.
Yeah. It's union here in Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen happen here in 28 years? Craziest story you can remember?
I don't remember any, but being busy.
Oh, okay, one last question. People say this place is haunted. You've been here almost 3 decades. Have you seen any ghosts?
No, all I see is smiles from the guests and myself.
Okay, there you go. Smiles from the guests, no ghosts though. There you go. Thanks, Eva. Enjoy your retirement. Frozen yogurt, Starbucks. There's a lot of snacks to be had at the LUXOR. Something you don't always find in Las Vegas casinos, and they're all easily accessible here too. You're never gonna have to walk too far from your room. They're kind of scattered around in all the corners of the pyramid. I think that's a good thing, mate. Now, the LUXOR buffet is right in the middle of the casino, and it's one of the few areas that is still fully Egyptian themed. They got all that pharaohs, Nefertiti, everything down there looks like a little old Arabian village. We did an entire video just on that. So if you want to click on it, there'll be a link right above me in the top corner there. You can click on it if you want. Otherwise, the tour of the LUXOR Hotel will continue right about now. Now in the center of the pyramid, there's actually 2 levels. On top, you have the restaurants and like a little village and some shows. And then underneath that, you have the casino, which is fairly standard stuff. It's very large, very new, but basically all the Egyptian theming has been taken out of the casino. There's no point in really showing it to you, but it is here and it is large. There is a cool bar though in the middle. On the second level pyramid eating area, there's a food court with plenty more frugal priced items. Yeah, chicken tenders, Nathan hot dogs, Johnny Rockets, pizzeria, burgers and breakfast. Yeah, the LUXOR, they'll keep you fed. And just like the 5 Starbucks downstairs, there is in fact another Starbucks up here. You're never far from coffee at the LUXOR, mate. Now on the second level above the casino, this is where you're going to find the coolest area, undoubtedly, in the LUXOR. They have their fancier restaurants. Got this Asian place, sushi. Got some shops, got some shows. But more importantly, they have the glowing obelisk with the double sphinx. And they have the cool Arabian themed village thing. I think there's actually a show in there. They also have the Titanic exhibit, which is right there. You can see some artifacts from the Titanic. But most importantly, on the second level, you get an incredible view of the pyramid. This place really is an architectural marvel, mates. And the obelisk, look, I wonder what it says. Anyone in the chat who speaks ancient Egyptian or reads ancient Egyptian, how about giving old Dingo a translation on those? And just in case there are any Mexican tourists who are feeling left out by all this ancient Egyptian grandeur, there we go. They stuck a Mayan pyramid right in the middle of the regular pyramid, just so you can feel welcome too. I believe there used to be a virtual reality show inside that when the LUXOR first opened. Okay, so fun fact about the LUXOR. I don't know if you noticed, but there's nothing straight up and down in the pyramid. You notice it's all hollow inside.
That's right.
And so these elevators, they run on the edge. So these aren't really elevators, they're actually inclinators. Very unusual. And you notice when it starts, can you feel the sideways motion?
That's what that is?
Yeah, it kind of feels like a tram. You know, you go
That's
you go that way and it kind of wobbles. Yeah. What do you two Sheilas think about the LUXOR? You having fun?
I love
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
The pool was great.
Pool was good. What are your cocktails? What are you rocking there?
Right. It was just
All
vodka and some juice.
Yeah.
I like Kool-Aid almost.
Now, one nice thing about the LUXOR pool is you're not going to have to walk very far to get here, regardless of where you're staying in this hotel. So it's situated right between the pyramid there and the towers right there. And I could say it's not going to take you more than 5 minutes to walk here, no matter where you're staying. Now the pool complex at LUXOR is actually quite large. I'd say there's, what, 5 or 6 pools? Not a whole lot of Egyptian theming left, along with some fountains over there, which always seem to be turned off. The problem with this complex is there's no shade. There's hardly any umbrellas, there's really no trees. So when you're out here, you're gonna be getting maximum exposure. You basically have to stay in the water or you're gonna cook to death. Hey, what's up, mate? What do you think of the pool?
It's hot out here.
Hot out here. You hit it right there. It's hot out here. Shade, please. So, LUXOR, if you're watching this, give us a little bit of shade. Plant a few more trees, perhaps. Put up a couple more umbrellas. But for now, let's take a look at the pools, mate. And remember how I said Starbucks was never far away, no matter where you are at the Luxor? Check it out. Out by the pool. Starbucks truck. You can get your bloody coffee anywhere at this place, mates. Now on the opposite side of the pyramid from Mandalay Bay, the Excalibur side, you're going to find a huge moving walkway corridor. Kind of looks like an airport, with still quite a bit of Egyptian theming. Looks pretty boss. And this is what connects you to the LUXOR Towers if you're staying on that side. So at least you don't have to walk too far. They got the moving walkways. It's good. It'll save your feet here in Las Vegas. And you're in the aircon. But I gotta say, if you're staying at LUXOR, you should insist on a pyramid room. Anyone can stay in a tower. How many people can say they've stayed in a pyramid? Now there's a little shopping area on the way to Mandalay Bay, so it's not just like an elevated bridge. They actually have little shops you can stop in almost the entire way over to Mandalay. And they call those the Mandalay Place shops. We'll take a quick look, mates. Now the shops that you find on the way from LUXOR behind me to Mandalay Bay that way, this little shopping area, you're basically gonna find all your standard mall stuff. So like pretzels, sports bars, candy shops. There's a hat store over there. That's the kind of shops you're gonna find. So the LUXOR, I must say, there's a lot of, if you wanna do like semi-cheap eats and frugal shopping, there's plenty of that around. See, we got a shop just for flip-flops. Oh, look at that. They even have a hat shop for me. Bloody hell, mate. So there's also some stories about LUXOR that say it's haunted. That seems odd to me, considering it's only 30 years old. But apparently, the gods are not happy about a pyramid being made without a sphinx on the front and the back, and ghosts roam these halls. There was a prostitute who threw herself over the edge a few years ago. And I gotta say, last night, I had a knock at the door when Mum was sleeping. Someone knocked at the door. Basically, it must have been a ghost. There's no other logical explanation than a ghost. I mean, it couldn't have been some kids just annoying everyone late at night. I mean, that would never happen. A ghost seems far more likely.
Realistic, yeah.
Realistic,
yeah.
yeah.
Or it could have been like Ramesses is just looking at this as his second home.
Yeah.
You know, he could say, hey, pyramid, this is the third largest pyramid in the world.
Yeah. Ramesses, he would feel fully at home with that. Look at that desert out there.
I think he might miss the Nile, though. Or the Mediterranean.
Yeah, are there any rivers here? Ah, well, he's got the Colorado River.
Oh, there you go.
There's the Nile.
Near enough.
Yeah.
Near enough.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think Ramses would have cursed this. I think if anything, he'd be happy about a pyramid in his name in America. Anyway, they say there's ghosts roaming. I did hear a knock at the door, so there you go. A prostitute threw herself over the edge in 30 years. I mean, this is Las Vegas.
But I have to say, you know, they say Ballet is haunted, and we have stayed there, I mean, tons of time, and I've never felt a presence in Ballet.
Nah.
And I don't feel a presence here, but I will tell you one thing about here. We slept like a log.
Yeah.
So this pyramid does let you sleep well. If you're looking for a really good night's sleep, a pyramid will do it.
I don't know if it's the beds or what, but yeah, best sleep I've had in a hotel ever, possibly.
Yeah.
I would say.
He doesn't sleep well.
I don't sleep in hotels. I slept like a log here. Yeah. Also, another thing, there's tons of gush in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of water pressure. And the air conditioning actually stays on at night here too, I gotta mention. They're a little loud because this is an old building, but they work all night. A lot of hotels in the middle of the night, I think they turn those bloody things off and you're sitting in your bed, you're like sweating bullets out there. Oh, this one stayed nice all night long. So there you go. What do you reckon, mates? Leave a comment. Do you think this place is haunted? Do you think a ghost threw that prosty over the 20th floor balcony?